Conclusion: Annie Oakley's enduring impact on gender, culture, and courage. Hook 1. A shot heard across centuries. Imagine a single rifle shot echoing across an open prairie, the sound rolling onward, undiminished by time. That shot, Annie Oakley's, still reverberates through history, reminding us how one woman's determination and skill can challenge the boundaries of her era and inspire generations to break their own barriers. Hook 2. From humble beginnings to an unforgettable legacy. In the late 1800s, a young girl from rural Ohio picked up her father's rifle out of necessity, never guessing it would become her passport to fame. But Annie Oakley was not content to remain a local legend. Through perseverance and audacity, she transformed herself into a global icon whose influence transcends sport, gender, and culture. Hook 3. The woman who changed the rules. Long before hashtags or headlines celebrated girl power, Annie Oakley was redefining what women could do. Her journey, marked by resilience, compassion, and relentless pursuit of excellence, remains a blueprint for anyone who faces adversity or doubts their place in the world. Annie Oakley's story: more than a sharpshooter. Annie Oakley's legacy is woven from more than her sharpshooting feats or Wild West fame. It's the story of a woman who, equipped with little more than courage and determination, rose above the limitations set by her time. Her journey from poverty to international stardom is as much about breaking barriers as it is about breaking records. Oakley's impact can be felt in the arenas of gender equality, cultural representation, and the ever-evolving definition of the American dream. She was a living contradiction to the Victorian ideals that sought to contain women within the home. Instead, she proved again and again that talent and tenacity know no gender. Key themes explored: breaking gender norms. Annie Oakley stands as one of the earliest and most effective challengers of rigid gender roles. In an era when women were discouraged from public life, Oakley built her own stage literally and figuratively. She excelled in a male-dominated field, outshooting men and becoming Buffalo Bill's Wild West show's brightest star after Cody himself. Her accomplishments spoke volumes to women who had been told no. Oakley's example made it clear that women could not only participate in, but also dominate arenas previously closed to them, be it sports, entertainment, or public advocacy. Her life invited women to envision new possibilities and to claim their own space in the world. Resilience in the face of adversity. Oakley's path was far from easy. Orphaned in childhood, she used her marksmanship to feed her family. Throughout her career, she confronted skepticism, criticism, and even public scandal, most notably the libel campaign that forced her to defend her name in courtrooms across America. Her resilience was legendary. Whether recovering from a devastating car accident, enduring financial hardship, or facing personal loss, Oakley's determination never faltered. She continued to perform, teach, and inspire, embodying the idea that true strength lies in persistence and grace under pressure. Cultural icon: the shaping of an American myth. Through her performances and public persona, Oakley became a living symbol of the American West and the nation's ideals of self-reliance and ingenuity. Her story, recast on stage and screen, most famously in the Broadway musical Annie, Get Your Gun, helped shape how Americans saw themselves and their history. Pop culture embraced Oakley as a folk hero, blending fact and fiction to create a legend that endures. She became the archetype of the skilled, independent Western woman, her image appearing in advertising, literature, and even video games. Oakley's presence in the collective imagination reveals the power of storytelling to shape not just history, but also the values we pass on. Her legacy in women's sports and entertainment, perhaps Oakley's most profound and lasting influence, is in the world of women as sports and entertainment. By teaching over 15,000 women to shoot and publicly advocating for women's rights to self-defense and competitive participation, she laid the groundwork for generations of female athletes and performers. Her advocacy contributed to the normalization of women in shooting, sports, and influenced broader cultural acceptance of women in competition. The rise of female sharpshooters in the Olympics, the increasing number of women in professional sports, and the portrayal of strong female characters in the arts all bear traces of Oakley's pioneering spirit. A beacon for future generations, Annie Oakley's story is not just a historical footnote, it is an ongoing source of inspiration. Her life reminds us that progress is often won by those willing to challenge convention, persevere through hardship, and lift others as they rise. She remains a role model not only for female athletes and performers, but for anyone who dares to pursue their passion in the face of doubt or opposition. Oakley's blend of humility and ambition, respect for tradition and hunger for change, makes her a timeless figure, one whose lessons remain urgently relevant. Primary sources and further reading for those seeking to delve deeper into Annie Oakley's world and legacy. A wealth of primary sources and scholarship awaits. Interviews with Annie Oakley. Rare interviews and personal letters offer insight into her thoughts on women as rights, shooting, and fame. Photographs and artifacts. The Buffalo Bill Center of the West, the Library of Congress, and the Cody Archive preserve images and memorabilia from Oakley's life, bringing her story vividly to life. Annie, Get Your Gun and adaptations. The Broadway musical and its film and TV versions remain touchstones for understanding Oakley's mythologization. Biographies and academic analyses. Works by historians and scholars unpack the complexities of Oakley's life, exploring her impact on gender, sports, and popular culture. A lasting American legend. Annie Oakley's journey from poverty to prominence, from the Wild West to the world stage, remains a powerful testament to the possibilities that arise when talent meets opportunity. In her, we see the courage to defy expectation, the determination to endure, and the vision to inspire change. Her legacy is not just about marksmanship, but about the enduring power of courage, character, and hope. Through her life, Annie Oakley reminds us that the greatest heroes are those who use their gifts not only to uplift themselves, but to open doors for others. May her story continue to echo, like the crack of her rifle, across the generations.